Gettysburg Museum of History Studios. You're listening to Addressing Gettysburg.
Hello, everybody. May 23rd of this month. Oh, you must find yourself here with us in Gettysburg. We are doing the second of our Get Out of the Car tours this year. The theme this year is Decision Points. And this month's tour is about Major Abner Doubleday and the Defense of McPherson and Seminary Ridges on July 1st. Did Major General Abner Doubleday accomplish all that he could have accomplished on July 1st, or was the desperate struggle a futile attempt at holding ground at the cost of his corps? And other questions and concepts and ideas are going to be explored with you on this day. Lewis Trott is the licensed guide who will be monitoring our thinking and guiding us through the discussion. And the organizer of this season's Get Out of the Car tours is the great Eric Houston, patron, a listener turned patron turned, what is it? Event director?
Director of programming.
He is the Julie from the Love Boat for the Digital History Pioneers Foundation.
That is me.
Which, by the way,
stay away from drugs, buddy.
Digital History Pioneers Foundation is sponsoring the Get Out of the Car tours this year.
It was really just so I had a title whenever I signed my name on the permit. I had a.
You have a title.
I had to ask for the. They didn't give me this title. I had to ask for it.
Well, now that it's in writing, it's in writing, we're going to make you live up to it.
I need a title if I'm going to sign this.
Yeah. So. Thanks, Tad, for going on the camera when I'm doing this. I'm rubbing my nose, and it looks like I'm picking it. Okay. Allergies. Okay, so
because it's spring.
I know. Yeah, right.
It's cold May too. That's why I got
negative 13 outside.
Yeah,
in spring. All right, Lewis. Walk us through this now. Doubleday. Why are we discussing him on May 23rd?
I did a tour 2 years ago, right? It was 2 years ago.
Yes.
Back when we were doing regular stuff.
I believe somebody fell over with the flag.
Yeah, we had some action going on there. It was an action-packed event. Flag down. Somebody's trying to earn a Medal of Honor by capturing it.
He flagged out.
Yeah. Poor fella. Shouldn't make fun of him.
No, we shouldn't. I wish he would let me.
Fine.
I wish he would let me release the video because it is something.
Yeah. It was kind of scary.
It was very scary.
Yeah.
And when you watch the video, it's even scarier.
He's not an actor trying to, brace his fall. He's full out falling.
The thing is, actors sway and they do all this stuff before they go down. He just went down like a tree.
Yeah, he needed a bonus for that one.
Anyway.
But we had that one. It was me talking for 2 hours. And we had the flag incident, which took away some of the time, and that's fine. But there is questions, and people have thoughts about what Doubleday does. I have thoughts about what Doubleday does. And, it's just not us. Back then, it was a big controversy which corps broke, the 11th Corps or the 1st Corps.
Right.
In the end, it doesn't matter.
We don't care.
It's just a point of pride, and for the guys that win the battle, you wouldn't think they'd argue as much amongst themselves like they did.
Oh, sure.
That's crazy.
It's not enough to win, right?
No.
We had to win better than you did.
Yeah. And so I definitely have thoughts about the first day. I got to, and I've said this many times, I got to the point where I think, because it used to be the old thing, well, the Confederates win the first day, they push them back. And I was like, well, did they win the first day? They don't have the better ground. And then I started looking into numbers and stuff and which units are used again on the third day, which Confederates are units used on the third day. And I came to this, so far I'm the only person that says it. The Confederates lost the first day. In the long run, the Confederates lost the first day. And I pitched this to Pete Carmichael because we did the Robinson tour together. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's one of my favorites. And I said, boy, if I can get this smart guy to believe this, that validates me. I feel so validated.
Right.
This dummy from Upper Marlboro can get this academic guy to agree with me. He said, Lewis, I'll give you a draw. I said, good enough. That is good enough. I left happy that day. So I have thoughts about that, and I will present some of my evidence towards that notion when we do the tour. But did Doubleday do a good job? He gets relieved afterwards. Part of that is personality driven, and part of that deals with reports in my mind, misinformation that's sent back to Meade, who's not here on the first day. People know that. And so he doesn't have, in my mind, Meade doesn't have a correct picture of everything that goes on the first day. But he receives one, and I'll give you an instance, one from Buford about 3:30 p.m. Doesn't seem to be anybody in charge. And I will tell people, Buford has a high reputation, but Buford's been fighting and under stress all day long. He's probably tired, and maybe a little anxiety sets in with that report. So maybe that's not the best report Buford ever sends, and it gives me a false impression about what's going on the first day.
And Buford had some close ties with Reynolds, and Reynolds has died at this point, and he's
gone.
used to that leadership of Reynolds. That's a big leadership. That's a big hole to fill.
Yeah, and we don't know what Reynolds is going to. We say he's going to barricade the streets. We know that. But he doesn't have a chance to put that into motion. Does Doubleday know that? So when Doubleday takes over, he doesn't know Reynolds' overall plan. He might have some sketch of it, but he doesn't know the overall plan. No. And suddenly and it happens many times on different areas of the battlefield, he's suddenly thrust into command of the Corps. Well, what's he going to do? And a lot of people blame Doubleday. He doesn't do a very good job, et cetera, he gets relieved. I'm not going to tell you what I think. I have a definite opinion. You have to come out to the tour, but we want to know what you all think. Because again, a lot of the listeners, smart people, have definite thoughts and opinions. We want to know that. And for the people that don't have any opinion, come out and listen to what others think and just learn from the overall conversation. That's what I want. Conversation. Last time it was me talking in the heat. That's why the guy fell out. Didn't drink enough water. It was hot that day.
It was very hot. And we were in the shade. It was hot.
Well, it's been a cold spring because I'm still wearing the same hat as I was from the winter. We're doing this in May.
This is our wardrobe. It's just hanging on hooks in the back. I just put it on every time we come back in.
But it's not going to be me talking for 2 hours again, just telling you what happened. We want to know more of the why, and we want to know what the people think the why is and what their overall opinion is about Doubleday's performance. So he's an interesting guy, Doubleday.
Yeah.
I'm not a first day guy. I've never been much on the first day, so I'll ask the first question. How soon after Reynolds died did Doubleday take over? Was it immediate? Was there
the message has to get back to him?
Because he's still coming up.
Yeah. So I don't know the exact time frame when he gets it, but it's not immediate. All that always takes time. It's communication,
Right.
But he's not there for the first day. The morning portion. He's in charge of that afternoon portion, and he's bringing his division up. And he takes over because he's the senior division commander.
Right.
So he doesn't have any control over what happens in the morning. When the Union Army does a great job.
Yeah.
They knock both wings, those two brigades, the Confederates back. That's Reynolds setting them up. And then those brigade commanders are doing what they're supposed to do, and the incompetence of the Confederates coming forward. I think it's less incompetence than what the Union Army does. They're not expecting to run in. The Confederates aren't expecting to run into what they eventually run into. So it's the tenacity of the Union Army at that point. But it's by the afternoon, he knows, and he's in charge of the afternoon fight when the rest of his division moves up. So that includes moving those brigades forward to the front line, and the front line being north and south of the railroad cut where the woods are, and over there where that overpass is, the modern day overpass over the railroad cut is, that area. But it also, his reserve is back by the seminary. It includes building that barricade. There was a tree lot there where that parking lot is today, and they build next to that a barricade.
Oh yeah, by the seminary,
breastworks and stuff. He's back there where that's going on, and then he sends that reserve over to Robertson's division over to extending that line, that far right flank for that afternoon fight. So that's what he's in control of. And it culminates with that corps being pushed off of those ridges, falling back through the town and occupying the better ground. So,
well, I think one of the things that we're going to do to help you guys out there in the audience, maybe prepare yourself a little bit for these tours And we didn't mention it in the last one for April, but we're mentioning it here. Eric, tell us about what they'll be able to find on the website to help them.
Yeah, so our plan is I've already started to put together a list of basically reference material, things that you can go take a look at on your own, study it, things that are
No, it's handy. A list. It's not the materials themselves.
No, it is not the materials itself. Right now, it's a list. So I put together, I'm not going to read through it for everybody, but I put together a list out of the Lano book. Godfrey's map book is a great. He does some really nice map sets in there. There's 3 map sets that correlate with this same time frame on the first day. Also, some stuff out of the field guide. Lewis is going to put together some, maybe some readings, maybe some excerpts from the OR. We'll give you where they're at there. You can go find them.
And there'll be links. Those will be links. Yeah, you just click on them. It'll take you to a free where you can read them for free. So that will all be, if you go to Addressing Gettysburg, I always just search AG Get Out of the Car Tour in my Google.
Do you actually just do AG, or do you do Addressing Gettysburg Get Out of the Car Tour?
I've been doing AG.
Really?
At this point, my history knows when I type. As soon as I start typing "get out," it knows where I'm going.
You're the original AG, man.
Yeah,
I'm the OG AG.
So, same place you're going to find the details about when the tours are, where they are, where we're meeting, is where we will have links or a list, links, whatever we're going to provide as far as some things for you to go look at on your own. Because as we talked about, this is about engagement. It's about the listeners. The people coming to the tour, engaging with us, having conversations with Lewis, having conversations with each other about what goes on. So if you'd like, you certainly don't have to. With this, it's not, nobody is going to be left behind or left out because you haven't gone and studied this. That's not the intention, to make this so intense that you have to go prepare for it.
Right.
But if you would like to, it is there. You can go study up a little bit on it. Maybe understand a little bit more about some of the activities, the actions that happened there. So we'll make that available to you. Just go to the website to find it.
And also, feel free if you want. You can, if you've got, for example, the Lano Atlas or Godfrey's book or any materials you want. If you want to lug them around with you, you're more than welcome to bring them out.
Yep.
And that way you have that to look at and to stand. If you haven't done this before, where you stand in the spot that you're talking about with the map facing the direction the map is, and then visualizing it just pulls it all together for you a lot better too. So, we encourage you to bring whatever helps you in this endeavor of ours.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add?
I think that's
for this
about it. I will say before, and I'll put this, I'll provide the link for the website. Doubleday writes about this in a book after the war about Chancellorsville and Gettysburg. And so the thing I'll say about that is it's fascinating reading, but you're getting it from his view.
Sure.
So you've got to always temper what you read when they're writing post-war stuff. And also the other thing I'll put up there is he goes and he testifies at the Committee on the Conduct of War in 1864. And you got to realize he's kind of bitter because he gets relieved by Meade, and that's what the committee's investigating. Meade, his actions at Gettysburg. They're investigating Chancellorsville at the same time too, but for our purposes, Gettysburg gets all the attention. But you always have to temper what you read when it's written by that person that is our subject matter. They're trying to put themselves in the most favorable light. Mm-hmm. So you got to always go to another source and say, well, what's the real story?
Right.
So the question there is, would he write a book? So he wrote a book because he didn't get credit for the good things he did at Gettysburg. But would he have ever written a book about the fact that he didn't actually invent baseball? That he gets all the credit for.
And that was post Doubleday's life.
I was going to say it was even alive.
It was later. It was much later.
Yeah. So, and
he gets credit for creating a multi-billion, trillion-dollar industry, baseball.
Yeah, and he made 0 pennies.
He got nothing out of it.
Poor guy.
He got nothing out of it.
He should sue. He needs a good lawyer.
Yeah.
Man.
Or at least his answer.
Getting relieved of his score is nothing compared to getting gypped on baseball.
Yeah. That reference was for our baseball friend, Jeff Patton.
Jeff's out there. Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's still out there.
Smart guy.
Well, the other thing Jeff Pasnick loves is our little ground top, which, of course, you can grab a bag of when you come to town for the May 23rd Get Out of the Car tour. We want you to park where legal, ladies and gentlemen. That means all four wheels on the pavement. We're going to meet at the Abner Doubleday statue on Reynolds Avenue at Gettysburg here.
And this will be stationary. We are going to stay there the whole time. We may move across the road
a shade tree.
Yeah,
we did last time because it was hot,
and then somebody passed out.
And
anyway.
I'll add this now, and then let you finish up. Is Matt mentioned park on the road, all four wheels on the road, but and it's very difficult to do on Reynolds Avenue because there's a ton there. Try to leave a spot open in front of the
monument.
In front of the monument. So the park has asked us to do that. They've been very good to work with through this process. So try to leave those spots open for other visitors to come. But you can also go. What's the other one? The one that comes down from the old bathroom, Meredith Avenue. There's that. You could.
Did they say anything about West Side gas station? That gravel lot behind
You could park back behind there too. That's that one's open.
Yep.
I wouldn't park in the front of it.
Yeah,
but
don't park in the front of it facing Chambersburg Pike because that's where people stop use the bathroom. Behind it's that gravel lot. And it should be nice out. We hope it's nice. And if you can walk, you're able to get out and walk that distance. Walk from there. It just makes it easier. And
there is a way too. Like it looks like it's. I mean, it looks close to where we're meeting from there, but you got to walk either down Route 30, which could be treacherous, or around Meredith. But you don't have to go all the way around Meredith because there's a pathway through Reynolds Woods somewhere around the 24th Michigan Monument, I think, is where you catch that.
Ixnay on the Athpay.
Oh, we can't use that?
I don't know. It's not a marked trail, is it?
It's a trail.
It is. It is. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what it is? It's one of the. It is one of the hiking.
It goes through the woods.
You're right. I apologize.
And that's okay. It's you were being cautious and considerate of the rules. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, my name's on a permit.
Yeah, exactly.
As the DOP.
So anyway, you could take that road, you take that path all the way through. It'll take you out to where the Reynolds wounding marker is, and then just beyond that, you'll see us at the Doubleday statue there. Listen, we had a tremendous turnout in April, and we hope that we're going to have an even tremendouser turnout this May. And so come on out to this new way of doing tours on the battlefield. It is the anti-tour tour, if you will. Nobody else does it like this, so you might as well come out before they all start copying and doing it in a subpar way. All right, we'll talk to you next time.
I'm quiet along the Potomac tonight, except now and then a stray picket is shot as he walks on his feet to and fro by a rifleman hid in the thicket. 'Tis nothing a private or two now and then will not count in the news of the battle. Not an officer lost, only one of the men moaning out all alone the death.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities, so do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.